Seemed pretty animated there. What was the conversation like just now with Adam?
He know what it is. We'll whoop his motherfucking ass.
And his response was?
Huh?
What was his response?
Saying the same shit, but we gonna see on tomorrow.
A little bit of bad blood?
Nah, no, start talking tough, man. I'm from Brooklyn, man, so I ain't scared of that shit.
We always talk about the weight with you, 263. What does that tell us? What does it tell you about yourself?
That I'm in a very round shape. Like always, man, I come throwing guns, you know?
So what do you have to do to win? Are we going to see the usual Kownacki?
Yeah, he got no heart. So I'll take it early and make it quick work.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
There you have it, all the action from the weigh-in for the Charles Martin and Adam Kownacki fight, which is of course on the Danny Garcia and Sean Porter undercard. So let's dive straight into the weights. Charles Martin, 246 pounds, 9 pounds less than his fight last year, just over a year ago, and 1 pound more than his ill-fated title defense against Anthony Joshua. Although it must be said, he does appear to be in slightly better condition for this fight than he was for the Joshua fight. Physically, he just looks in slightly better shape. In terms of his career though, this weight, 246, it's about bang in the middle of the range that he's generally weighed between since 2013. And Martin, he's prepared for this fight via Abel Sanchez's Big Bear facility in California. And it has been the likes of Andy Ruiz Jr. and Joe Joyce who've been giving him work in camp. So in this Instagram post, Martin, he thanks Ruiz Jr. and Joyce, saying, late post, but it was a great camp up in Big Bear. Can't wait until Saturday. Let's go. Thanks Joe Joyce, official, and thanks Andy Destroyer. So Joe Joyce and Andy Ruiz Jr. Clearly, he has been getting some good sparring. And crucially, both Ruiz Jr. and Joyce, the orthodox pressure fighters, so that's a very big plus for Martin to be able to get such quality work. These guys are not journeymen, they're actually, contender level guys. A very good pedigree. In terms of Adam Kownacki, 263 pounds, which is actually 3 pounds more than the Iago Kaladze fight in January, and 21 pounds more than when he stopped Artis Bilka a year ago. I actually think 263 is a bit on the high side. And sure, people will say Kownacki, he never looks in great shape, even at a lower weight, but carrying the extra weight, it's not going to help him in any way. I mean, especially when you consider he's a heavyweight, very much like Jarrell Miller, his buddy Jarrell Miller, who throws a lot of punches. So coming in at 263, and if you're looking to be high volume, it potentially leaves him prone to gassing in the second half of the fight. That is, of course, if it goes that far. And it's clear what Kownacki's game plan is going to be. He's going to come forward, apply relentless pressure, throw a lot of punches, try to land something that changes the fight. Similar to the Spilka fight where he just sort of applied that pressure and eventually Spilka got a bit lazy, got clipped, and he got stopped. And you heard in the weigh-in highlights, he thinks Martin has no heart. So he is going to try apply a tremendous amount of pressure to try get Martin out of there or just make him quit on a stool. And given how Martin effectively quit in the Anthony Joshua fight after eating a few big right hands, because that's all it was 2 big punches, didn't like it, and he didn't make the count on the second one, even though he did look like he could. So you can see why Kownacki would want to really sort of put Martin in a similar spot, try to break him down mentally, make him not want to be there. Given Kownacki has a 4-inch reach disadvantage, he's going to be trying to close the distance anyway. So they've got him listed at 6'3", but judging from, seeing him next to Martin, who's 6'5", I mean, is he really 6'3"? I sort of think maybe 6'2" at best. And he has been in camp with the likes of Jason Bergman. You can see the photo here. Also on the right, Zhili Zhang. That's the 19-0 prospect out of China, Olympic silver medalist back in 2008. He's actually 35 years old now, so he needs to get cracking himself. But Zhang, he's a 6'6" southpaw. He will have been giving Kownacki some very good looks at what Martin will try to do against him, very similar dimensions. And Kownacki says, we thought it was going to be very difficult to find someone to match the stature of Charles Martin, but there's been a lot of sparring and he's given me a lot of good work, so he's been perfect. For Martin, with the height and reach advantages, it's clear what he should be trying to do, especially in the early going. Establish the jab, really tattoo Kownacki's face with it, try to manage the distance, try to keep Kownacki off him. He's got to try get Kownacki's respect as well. He's got to try catch him with something when he's coming in, like an uppercut, a straight left down the pipe, or use his left hook. And they're all good punches for Martin. And it does actually seem that many fans have forgotten, especially because of the Joshua loss, that Charles Martin does actually have some decent skills. He's not without pedigree, and he's got decent power. And it might well be that an opponent like Kownacki, being the much shorter guy, Martin having the height and reach advantages, that might suit Martin down to the ground. I mean, if you were to say who could Martin spar that would replicate Kownacki, I would immediately think Andy Ruiz Jr., similar style, height and build. And he's had Ruiz Jr. giving him the business in sparring. He's had that work from Ruiz to prepare him for Kownacki. So he will have a fair idea of what's going to be thrown at him, coming at him when they do fight. So what I'll do now, I'll get to a few quotes from both guys, because it does speak to what both guys is trying to achieve from this fight. If they can win, what it'll mean for them. So for Martin, it's redemption, and for Kownacki, recognition. And Martin told Premier Boxing Champions, "I haven't put on display what I can really do in this sport. I'm just here to show people that I'm legit and I'm real. That's what I'm going to do. I've got to prove all the haters wrong. I've got some stuff to prove. So that's what it is. I'm more mature, I'm grown, I'm a grown man, so we're ready. When I get in the ring, when I go to camp and I'm in training, I'm serious about what I do. I'm taking my craft seriously. That's what's different. I've grown. Kownacki's a good fighter. He has heart. I'm preparing for everything he can possibly think of. That's what we're working hard for. I'm coming to minimize everything, and that's what we're working on." Kownacki, meanwhile, says, "As you'll all see, Charles Martin, he's very focused, so I'm prepared for the best Charles Martin that he brings. And if I could beat the best Charles Martin, I think I deserve a title shot, you know? So that's the focus I'm going in. I'm looking at Charles Martin as if he still has the title, as if he's the champion. Beating him, I think, puts me in line for a title shot. What else is there to prove? I beat a contender. Now, if I beat a former world champion, getting a shot at a world title would be, I think, the next step in my career." And on how the fight will play out, Kownacki says, "I don't think Martin will be able to deal with my pressure, so I'm going to try to do that, but it will be hard. I'm extremely focused. I don't see him lasting more than 6 rounds." And Martin, meanwhile, says, "I'm just going to win. I'm coming to win. I'm coming to make a statement. Man, devastation. No predictions. You're going to see. I like to prove it. I like to show I'm from the show me state." And in terms of how I'm leaning, I do think this is going to be a lot tougher than people think. I think there's a lot of people that think it's going to be a walkover for Adam Kownacki. But Charles Martin, he's a different beast to what he was a couple of years ago. He's now focused. He's in slightly better condition from the looks of him. And he knows that his career, the next phase of his career, is really hinging on this performance. He's had a good training camp. He's had good sparring. And as the bigger man, he will be able to do some things in there to help his cause. But the key questions are, can he handle Kownacki's pressure? And what's he going to do if he gets hit? If he really gets clocked, how's he going to react? So I'm leaning towards Kownacki winning this based on his more recent form, but I'm certainly not counting Martin out. And I wouldn't be surprised if it actually went the distance. And I'm certainly hoping for some fireworks. I think this has all the ingredients to be a really great fight. But if Charles Martin brings his best, as he says, it's certainly going to make for an entertaining one. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.